Can you make any money in trucking in 2024 with owning only one truck? In my last video, we calculated that the cost per mile is about $2.03 if you were to buy a $150,000 truck and a $40,000 trailer. So today we're going to see how much the loads pay and if you can actually make any profit. I'm going to use the DAT trend lines to see how much the loads pay nationally. So we're using a dry van and we can see that the average rates are around $2 per mile, with the Northeast paying only $1.74. So if you were to use my calculations from my previous video and send your truck to the Northeast, you will be losing 30 cents per mile on every load that you book to the Northeast area. I am using the DAT load board and we're going to look for loads from Chicago, Illinois, 150 miles around Chicago, going to Atlanta, Georgia. We'll use a dry van, full loads, 53 foot, 45,000 pounds, and we're going to do Monday. Now we're going to sort the loads by the highest rate and see what we can come up with. Look, these loads from Wisconsin, $1.90. Skokie to McDonough, $2.08. I can almost guarantee that's going to be multi-stop. Chicago to Georgia, $1.98, $1.85. 201, 201. So we really cannot get any loads paying more than $2 per mile. Normal, Illinois, we have 130-mile deadhead. This is far. Further down, we got $1.79, $1.77, $1.58, and of course, TQL is our winner at $1.51. 1,000 miles from Gary, Indiana to Springville, Alabama, 130 miles away from Atlanta, Georgia, for $1,000. So now let's see how much the loads coming from Atlanta, Georgia back to Chicago pay. So if we were to send our truck from Chicago to Georgia for about $1.80 or $2 a mile, we need to be at least at $3 a mile coming back so we can average at $2.50 and make a little bit of profit. Let's see what's going on in Atlanta. So now we're just going to reverse the origin and destination. We'll keep all the parameters the same. We're going to hit search and check this out. Atlanta to Milwaukee, 100-mile deadhead, $1.90, $2.03. Atlanta to Wisconsin, $1.70. That's a lot of deadhead, but check out, those loads pay $1,300, $1,200. Anderson, South Carolina, 120-mile deadhead coming back to Edison, $1.70 a mile. Here we have $1.46 from Echo, $1.70, $1.77. $1.37 from Coyote. Look at what's going on. $1,000 from Georgia to Chicago. $1.48 a mile. This is crazy. So if you were to send a truck from Chicago to Georgia for $1.90 and you're coming back for $1.48 and you incorporate the deadhead miles, you are averaging at $1.60, $1.70 a mile. So this means that you would be losing every time you go to the southeast from Chicago. This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But somehow people take those loads and somehow stay in business and somehow make money. So let's see, if we were to buy a cheaper truck and cheaper trailer, if we can bring that cost per mile down to make money sending our trucks from Chicago to Atlanta or actually anywhere in the country for these rates, less than $2 a mile.